Okay, welcome everybody to our special meeting for Thursday, the 22nd of July. We have everybody present there. The only apology I have is from Sim Singh Mali. Just a reminder that the meeting is being recorded. Please put your mic on mute and attract my attention to speak. I just point out that there's only 2 items on the agenda of the special meeting and no other businesses will be discussed. And I now need to do acknowledgement of country, but I haven't got that on my screen. So can I pass it over to Tim? Have you got the acknowledgement of country there?
I do, Neil. Did you want me to read it on your behalf?
Could you read it? Yes, please, if you wouldn't mind.
Yeah, certainly. Council would like to acknowledge and pay its respects to the First Peoples of the River Murray and Mallee region, who are the traditional custodians of this land. Council would also like to pay its respects to the elders past and present and recognise and respect their cultural heritage, beliefs and relationships with this land on which we meet.
Thanks, Tim. Just need to try and get up my agenda on my laptop by the looks of this. Can I switch across? Apologies, folks. God. That's all different. I'm in trouble until I get the agenda up. Tony?
Okay.
With the leave of the meeting, can I suspend standing orders for 5 minutes until I can try and get that agenda up on my other computer?
You could do that, Mr. Mayor, or potentially you could introduce the first item and
we could talk you through it.
We could discuss the first item while you're looking to get the agenda
right, happy with that. I'll hand over to who's going to hand Tony or Tim.
Yeah, I'll take it, Mr. Mayor. And look, I can prompt you through those first couple of items quite easily.
Yeah.
So we've looked at who's present. We've looked at apologies. Mr. Mayor, you're looking at members' declaration of interest.
Okay, so has members got any other declaration of interest that hasn't been given to Julie or Ashley? I have all nods there, so that's a no. So we record that as no conflict of interest.
Mr. Mayor, I suggest that deputations are nil. I suggest that late reports are nil and the Chief Executive Officer reports are nil.
Right, thank you. We'll show them as nil. And I'll now hand over to you to do your report.
Thank you, Your Worship. So, members, what you see in front of you in this report this evening, it is very similar to what you saw about 3.5, close to 4 weeks ago. So the only difference there, which is spelt out within the draft resolution, is the suggestion of $10,000 of funding, which is operating expenditure for Country Arts SA, and $5,000 for the 18th National Caravan Club Rally 2022. Both of those items are spelt out. The reasons behind them are spelt out within the attachments to this particular item. Members, we had, during the consultation period, we had the usual approach that we took, including social media. Sorry, members, if you've got, Mr. Mayor, would you be able to just turn your, go to mute for a moment? I'm just getting a bit of feedback there. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. So in terms of through the consultation period, in terms of the consultation methods, we took the usual approach, which with promotion through our social media, reaching around about 400 people per post. A media release on the 25th of June, we lodged public notices twice with the Murray Pirate Pioneer, which was on the 30th of June and the 7th of June. And I believe the Murray Pioneer actually wrote a small article on one of our early on as well. Members, only other adjustments that you'll see from the last time you've seen this, obviously the small wording adjustments that you recommended last time around. Also, just the minor ups and downs that you have over the last couple of weeks. So we've had the final The final number come through from the Valuer General, which increases general rates income by $3,500. Similarly, increase in CWMS income of $34,000 due to a review of the property units calculations. And then, of course, as I mentioned before, the suggested increases for Country Arts SA and National Caravan Rally. All in all, I mean, they're very small ups and downs, which results in a reduction in the operating deficit of $18,000. So members, I won't speak any further to it. I think, as I said a moment ago, in addition to actually accepting the annual business plan and budget, I suggest, as it's spelt out within the recommendation, that you actually pay attention to whether you do or do not wish to include the funding for Country Arts SA and for the National Caravan Club Rally, which is currently included within the business plan and budget numbers. Thank you, members.
As part of that consultation, Tim, did we get any other representations at all?
Apologies, that's probably the most important part to say, isn't it? Through the regular channels, no, we did not. We didn't receive anything through the official channels which we advertise. Look, there were a couple of comments on one of our Facebook posts, but it was the usual sort of fairly minor stuff. But there wasn't anything official that came.
Okay, Ash, can you hear me all right? Ash, can you just record in the minutes that no formal submissions were received during the public consultation period?
Yep, I can do that.
Thank you. Okay, has members got any questions at all of Tim or Anthony in relation to adopting the annual business plan and budget? Councillor Hunter?
Just in terms, not the major part of it, but in terms of those grants, just a couple of questions, if I might. The Caravan Club, for example, I thought I heard they received $88,000 in grants for all the showers and such, which would have been received probably after we had the submission or the recommendation from whichever the groups had that discussion. Does that alter staff recommendation at all? Now they've got the extra $88,000.
Tony, can you put us through what Loxton Wakery and Berry Barmer have done?
No, not from them. The $88,000 they received in a grant in addition since the meeting where the three councillors decided to support 5 each.
Well, I'm assuming that it was afterwards. Tony?
So through the chair, Mr. Mayor, the $88,000, yes, was received by the Riverland Field Days. So it wasn't the National Caravan Rally event. It was actually for the site where they're going to hold it. So no, that doesn't change our recommendation.
So basically, Peter is there to add additional toilets to the facility, which will be staying there forever. Basically, it's an additional asset for the facility.
Yeah, yes, understood. I understood that the caravan group were going to actually help build or supply materials, and the Field Days Committee helped build those shower blocks. So that was part of their funding submission. But is that correct or not?
I can't help you there, Tony.
Yeah, through the chair, I'm not aware of whether they are looking to help build it or not. We just supported an application from the Field Days Committee for funding.
Yeah, well, my understanding from reading the documentation and going to in the back of that meeting, I thought that about 10 grand was built in. There's another 20 for additional shower and toilet blocks on top of that as well. But anyway, it's not a large amount of money. I'm just interested in how the $88,000 affected the council recommendation or staff recommendation.
Well, at this stage, it doesn't affect that, Peter. The donation that we're proposing stands aside from that. Councillor Howie? Councillor Howie? Margaret?
Yes, so first thing is whoever's got the TV on, can they switch that off, please? Because that's very disruptive.
Judy? You could turn that down, please.
No, I really can't hear it now. So,
You've got to turn it off, Lo. I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not.
I'm going to have to relocate, I think. Carry on, Margaret.
Oh, so the second thing was that just a couple of issues. Firstly, why are we agreeing to the annual general plan before we agree to the rates? It seems to me that the agenda is back to front. That's the first thing, because if we agree with this, why are we having the second motion? Because there is no, we've already agreed to it. So that was just a thing. I think we should be agreeing to the rates and the whatever before we agree to the annual general business plan.
Oh, it's wrong then. You've got to adopt your annual business plan first, and that reflects down what you're then going to do with your rates, evaluation, and all that sort of stuff.
Well, the annual business plan is based on our rates and our charges. That's it is. That's okay. I just think there.
You can't do your charges until such time as you adopt your business plan. Tony, would you like to talk to that?
Yes, through the chair, that's correct. We need to know how much revenue you need to generate to effectively have your business plan for the next 12 months. The process is verified by, we get it legally verified, and that is the order in which we have to adopt our business plan and then essentially adopt all our fees and charges and generating our rates to fund that business plan. So yes, Mr. Mayor, you're correct. That is
just for example, if we don't adopt the rates and general rates and that, then what happens to your business plan?
Who was that?
Well, essentially, we're recommending that you do. And if you want to make some minor amendments to your business plan, essentially, we would suggest that you wouldn't change your rates. You would just change the deficit amount that we're forecasting for the next 12 months.
Because as part of that consultation, you need to alter your business plan and your rates, depending on what community consultation you get into, what people may or may not want.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, it's just
okay.
To me. It's
thank you, Councillor Sims.
Oh, I haven't finished.
Oh, sorry. Okay, go ahead, Councillor Howie.
The second thing is that on page 8, it says that there's a $18,000 increase or decrease in our operating deficit, which is great. However, I only add up 13,000. So there was 38,000 for something, and then less the 15. Is there a reason why that's different?
Anthony, can you answer that?
Through the chair, under the analysis section, before we dot point the changes, we're only discussing the material amendments that we made to the budget during the process. The difference, could be 20, 30, 40 lines of changes. So I've only disclosed, like in those 3 dot points, the material amendments that we made to the budget.
Okay, so there's about another 3,000 floating around somewhere.
Correct.
Right.
You just got to remember, Councillor Howie, that you're talking about a couple of income items there, and the other one is an expense item.
Yeah, I understood that. It's just that it didn't add up compared to on page 8. And the last one is, and this is just a question, the country arts request was on the 14th of May. How come it's taken so long to July for that request to come to council and be done at a special meeting?
Yeah,
Tim.
I'll take that. Yeah, thank you, Your Worship. Look, Councillor Howie, that's entirely my fault. So it landed on my desk, as a lot of paper does, and it got lost on my desk.
Right. And
Is that all, Councillor Howie?
And just one positive, I was very pleased to see on page 18, see the reference read tourism. Well done. That's
Very good, thank you. Okay, Councillor Sims.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Mayor. You did briefly touch on it. I just wanted to make sure that the other two councils are also contributing financially to the caravan park coming up next year, if they've also contributed the money that we are contributing.
Tony, can you answer that?
Look, through the chair, I'm pretty confident that they have. Look, Berry's business plan, Berry Barmera Council's business plan hasn't been endorsed as yet, but I believe it was in their business plan and Loxton's already has. So it was a recommendation from the Riverland Local Government Forum that all three councils contribute to that national rally.
And just one other quick question, if I may, or more of a point more than anything. I've got no dramas with us contributing towards Country Arts SA next year, but it does concern me a little bit that they are a organisation funded by the state government, and we have been asked to contribute also to them doing performances or shows up here. So I'm not going to object to us, paying money this year. But I just think it's a little bit almost cheeky that they're asking for our money as well as their normal contributions that they get from the being a state government financial body.
Just letting members know that we are a sponsor of the Chafee Theatre. We do some work there for the car park and a few other things as well. Do you want to say anything there, Tony?
Through the chair, not really. I do understand, Councillor Simms, your concerns. We are a long-term supporter of the Chafee Theatre. Look, I suppose, arts have been tough, and essentially they just approached council to see if they could run some specific events in the next 12 months. I gave them no undertaking that council would support it, but they put forward a couple of suggestions on some programs that they can run in the next 12 months. And look, it's in elected members' hands whether you want to support that.
Okay, Councillor Drew, I think you had your hand up earlier.
Yeah, I did, Neil, but that moment's passed, so all good. Thank you.
Okay. Any other members got any discussion in relation to the annual business plan for adoption? Councillor Townsend.
Just reading the part where it mentions the tourism. It's got the true value of tourism is different to qualify. Is that different or difficult?
Would be difficult, I suppose.
Okay. That was the only thing.
Apologies.
Okay. Anything else?
No.
Right. I'll go back to the recommendation there on the first page.
Just one other, Neil.
Oh, sorry, Councillor Drew.
Yeah, through the chair. Sorry, there was one other spelling error I picked up, which just doesn't sound right. And I'm just trying to find the page, but it referred to a boar. And I don't know if we've got any boars in our council. I've got some wild boar up here, but.
Can you give us a page number or?
Yeah, I'm just running through it. Sorry. Did highlight it.
Councillor Howie, while you're waiting for Councillor Drew.
I just want to make support Councillor Simms' concerns or question re the country arts thing. It seems that it's a sort of they write to us. However, they had quite a considerable donation 2 years ago, and I'm wondering whether this is ongoing all the time, or is it just because we've been generous before that they suspect us to be generous again when, we're looking at $15,000 or $10,000, whether it's a bit like some of the other things we support, that they have an expectation.
Well, basically, everything's going to be a one-off, and council needs to decide on those particular at that particular time whether you support or don't support it. And the fact that the money, the $10,000 is there. I can't give you any more than that. You'll discuss each item as it comes forward. Okay, Councillor Drew, back to you.
Yeah, just page 43, around the boat ramp at Lock 6. just says bore instead of boat. That's all.
Oh, okay. All
Sorry
right,
to
well,
bore you with it.
we can tidy that, Ashley. Yep, okay, I've got a thumbs up from there, and well done from David Sims. Okay, any other questions at all? Have you got anything you want to say, Anthony, in relation to annual business plan and the budget?
No, nothing, thanks.
Okay, if there's no other questions, I'm looking for a motion to the recommendation that council adopt the 2021-22 annual business plan and budget as attached, which includes the addition of $10,000 of funding for country arts and $5,000 funding for the 18th National Caravan Rally. Tony?
Neil,
just
excuse
through the
me,
ch-
Your Worship. I think Tony's probably about to say the same thing as me.
Tony?
Just through the chair, I just wondered if the motion should note that there was no submissions.
Oh, yes,
received.
yeah,
Is that
I've got
what
Ashley's
you was-
agreed to record that there's no submissions there from our formal
Yeah.
consultation.
Just if it
Okay,
can
then.
be in the motion, that would be good.
Oh, okay.
And also, if the motion can also just contain the words that with the minor amendments as discussed, just those couple of
Oh,
spelling
okay,
grammar
yeah,
issues.
all right. Ashley's got a thumbs up there.
Yep,
Okay,
just called it.
so looking for a mover. Councillor Howie's put a hand up. Councillor Sims. Any other questions? Councillor Howie?
I've just lost the blank page, but yeah, I'm happy to move it and that. I'm just trying to get my docs back again.
Right, I've got you as a mover and I've got you Councillor Sims as a seconder. I'll put the motion. All those in favour, please indicate so I can see you. Okay, that's all approved. Thank you. Item number 2. We need to go and formally do these motions. Oh, God, excuse me. We need to do these motions individually. We can't do them as a block. Tim?
That's correct, Your Worship. And they do also need to be moved verbatim because these are drawn up by the lawyer.
Right, just hang on. I'm trying to pick it up at the moment. Okay, the first one is the adoption of the valuations, item number 1. I need a mover and a seconder. Councillor Sims moving it, Councillor Townsend seconding it. All those in favour, please indicate. Against? That's carried. Declaration of general rates, item number 2. Any questions on that one? That's a no. I'm looking for a mover and a seconder for item number 2, declaration of general rates. Councillor Maddox is moving it and Councillor Daru is seconding it. Sing out if I'm going too fast, Ashley. Right, all those in favour, please indicate. Against? I'll call that again. All those in favour, please indicate. Thank you. He knows who missed out. Those against is Neil. Carried. Thank you. Item number 3, fixed charge. So fixed charge being $400. Councillor Howie, you're moving it? Yes, that's a nod. Councillor Sims is seconding it. Any questions? Okay. Oh, you're just scratching your chin there, Tim, are you? All those in favour, please indicate. That's carried. Separate rate, regional landscape levy. This is unfortunately a levy that's been imposed on local government and we can't do anything about it. And that money that we raise goes directly back to the state government. So I just thought I'd mention that while we're being recorded. That local government certainly does not support the way this is handled, but there we are. Item number 4, separate rate. Someone prepared to move and second that. Councillor Spano is moving it. Councillor Maddox is seconding it. Any questions? All those in favour? That's carried. Thank you. Service charges, item number 5. Any questions on the service charges? hang on. Councillor Howie?
I was just asking why the one of the service charges, the charges for was it
One went up.
bin, the yellow bin
Yep.
charge has gone up for the out of towners.
The recycling bin is the yellow bin. That's not
Yep.
for out of towners.
Yes, it is.
Oh, yes, it is. Sorry, it's a green one. It's not for outside.
Yeah,
Is it? Sorry.
it went from, I don't know, Tim, I'm trying to find the page now, but I didn't write the page number and I've run out. I don't
We
know.
did discuss this before. Tim, can you enlighten that one, please?
Off the top of my head, I'm struggling, but I'm not sure if Anthony's got an answer on his right to hand.
I'll just through the
Um,
chair, Tim, do you want me to jump in? Just through the
Yes,
chair,
please,
we
Anthony.
did a thorough review of the costings that we get from the contractor, and we did the modelling before we put this up for public consultation at the last meeting, and so we've increased the costs just to make sure we're covering costs and not losing any money with the service that we provide.
Okay, thank you.
So
Councillor Howie?
is that the reason, that's the extra that we had in our budget increase?
Yes, that's why it was increased more so than the other two. Anything else, Councillor Howie?
No.
Okay, moving a seconder for the those charges. Councillor Drew is moving it, and Councillor Sims is seconding it. Any other questions? All those in favour? That's carried. Thank you. Maximum increase. Council resolving not to fix a maximum increase in general rate, bearing in mind that the rates are only going up by valuation. They're not going up by rate in the dollar. Someone prepared to move that one, item number 6. Councillor Spano, moving it. Councillor Hunter, seconding it. Any questions? All those in favour? That's carried. Thank you. Payment by instalments, just hang on. Right, item number 7, payment by instalments, instalment dates being September the 8th, December the 8th of 2021 and March the 8th and June the 8th of 2022. Any questions? Councillor Howie?
Oh, just really something that Councillor Daru brought up a couple of times about people paying in advance, whether they get a discount. If administration ever made any consideration on that point?
No, we didn't. Was talked about, but there was no formal discussion by elected members to do that. It's something that you can look at, but it's been done lots of other places. And if you're going to give a discount in rates, then your rate's going to have to go up to counter that discount that you're going to hand out, because that could be in the thousands and thousands of dollars. Any other comments? I'll put the item number 7, payment of instalment dates. Someone prepared to move that? Councillor Maddox moving it. Councillor Spano is seconding it. Any further questions? All those in favour? That's carried. Thank you. Delegations. Item number 8. The council delegates to the Chief Executive Officer pursuant to Section 44 of the Local Government Act 1999, the power pursuant to Section 181(4)(b) in brackets to enter into arrangements on behalf of council with ratepayers regarding the payment of rates at times other than those specified in paragraph 7 of this declaration. Any questions? Councillor Hunter? Oh, no, you're moving it. Councillor Hunter's moving item number 8, seconded Councillor Sims. Any other questions? I'll put the motion. All those in favour? That's carried. Thank you very much. Okay, that looks like about it, I think. Nothing else from that meeting. So thank you very much for your attendance, and I'll formally declare the meeting closed, and please stay warm.